Good morning, my creative community. Hello, hello. The dogs are very vocal this morning, but what is new in the world of cowsheds and couture in my little fashion studio? I'm a little bit early today, my friends. I'm half an hour early today, but I'm sure you won't mind because the important thing is that I show up and I serve you and I'm here to bring some value. How are we all doing? How was your weekend? I want to know. I want to be updated. I want to hear something other than these dogs barking. That would do wonders for my mental health. They don't listen to me that much. So today I thought we would talk through mannequins. Let's have a quick chat about mannequins. One of the most common questions I get asked is, do I need a mannequin? And this is so subjective. This is like, how long is a piece of string? These dogs, namaste. I meditated for the first time in ages yesterday, and does anyone else out there meditate? It was, sometimes you really get into the groove of it, and other times your head just cannot calm down and focus. I feel like I need to meditate to get over the background noise. Guys, I have 2 months and I move into my house with a new fashion studio with just one dog, not 5 sheepdogs, just one dog, and it'll be nice and quiet. That dog's an old dog, so it'll be a nice, quiet existence. Anyway, let's get back to it, my friends. Let's chat about mannequins. First and foremost, one of the main questions I get asked, Alex, do I need a mannequin? My answer to that is no. It's not a necessity, not at all. However, on the flip side, it's also a yes. It really depends how far you want to take your sewing experience, how far you really want to delve into the fashion design process. And obviously, with applications like draping or fitting amendments, it's really, really beneficial, especially if you are fitting something for yourself, to be able to step away from that garment. Sometimes when it's on our bodies, we might have a big mirror, we might have all of that. Checking out the back, quite difficult. Looking down, not a very good view for us to really assess the fit. So a mannequin can be a really, really good addition to any fashion studio for you to really up level. It not only allows you to fit things, it allows you to explore new techniques, and it allows you to take that creativity process a little bit further. I gotta lean in, Amanda. I could see your name, but I can't see what you're saying because I don't have my goggles on my face. Good morning. Great view. We love to see we're not the only ones doing crazy lifestyles. Never a dull moment here, I promise you. Lambing is started. They are so cute. You drive up the farm track at the moment and you just see them all playing and running around, and it is, I do love it. I do love it. It's just a little hectic. It's just a crazy, crazy lifestyle. But I work in the fashion industry and that is a crazy, fast-paced lifestyle. You know how energetic I am, guys. This all ties in together. I'm okay with it. So, if you have decided that you do want to get a mannequin, you do not have to spend high hundreds, if not thousands, on the creme de la creme, high-end, best industry brands out there. Now, there are really good brands. You've got Stockman, you've got Kennett and Lindsell, and what you will find across a range of mannequins is attention to detail, and you will find a difference in quality. Now, let me talk you through 3 types of mannequins I have in my studio. My most expensive one, and even then, my friend, she was only, I say only, I understand this might be a lot of money for somebody, especially in hobby sewing, but she was only 150 quid. And for me, it's my profession, that's a bargain. But what you will notice on Matilda over here is she has style lines, and these style lines are also raised. So if I have fabric draped over the top of her, with my fingers I can feel the style lines underneath and through. She's also, I don't know technically what she's made of, but it's so much more durable than Mary back here, who is made of styrofoam. And over time, when you are perforating a mannequin with pins, that is going to warp out of shape. Her boobs are a little bit uneven, aren't we all? But that is because over time the styrofoam has been punctured and dented, and because of her cheaper quality, she has lost a bit of shape there. Whereas Matilda, a higher quality, more expensive mannequin, is going to last me a lot longer. She has her side seam here, which is really, really raised, the shoulder seam, and as you can see, it all goes round. And she also has a crotch and the start of top of legs. You can't see that. Can I lift her up? She also has a very heavy base that none of my other mannequins have. I have a very uneven floor in this cowshed, so it's not great anyway, but once I move to my house and my new fashion studio, and it'll be a nice even straight floor as long as the builders do it properly, that is really, really useful because we want to have a weighted base for draping. When you're pushing pins in, she's not rolling away from me, she's not wobbling over, so that's another really strong consideration. As I say, she probably set me back about 150 quid. I will be investing in Kennet and Lindsell personally, and they can go up to high hundreds if not thousands. You can also get leg forms, full body forms, child forms, absolute range. So, second to Matilda then, how terrible, I keep calling them the wrong names, that is so embarrassing. It's like calling your colleague the wrong name. So, this lady over here was my first ever mannequin. Now, obviously, she's adjustable, which is great because I can go from a size 6 to, I believe, a size 12, if not 16, with one mannequin. That is really nifty, and that is also quite useful for home sewists, for hobby sewists that want to test the fit. You can adjust the chest, waist and hip to your personal measurements, and then when you are taking a garment off of your own body, you can assess the fit on a mannequin like this. What she won't have is maybe like a rounded back or shoulders or something posture related that could be very unique to you. As everybody might know, I myself have scoliosis. Don't bloody shut up about it, but there's not going to be a single mannequin out there unless I get a custom made one that reflects the curvature of my spine. So, although mannequins are a great tool to have, unless you go down a custom route or an expensive route, or even padding it out there is an option there, but they might never truly reflect your body. However, they obviously are a very beneficial tool to have. So, this mannequin over here can obviously be adjusted with the dials here. She has a spectrum of sizes. She won't go from a size 6 to 26. I will go into reasons of that later, but when we are grading sizes, our bodies don't expand equally all over. If our shoulders expanded in equal measures to our stomachs, then we would be very odd looking shapes indeed. So you will not get a massive range of sizes from an adjustable form in one form. Obviously you'll be able to get a form that maybe goes from an 18 to a 26. But what I'm saying is you won't get a one form fits all. That would be quite unusual. Another thing that is a con about this mannequin is if you are using it for draping purposes, these gaps in the middle aren't great. What you can do is you can put a one-piece swimming costume over them, or you can pad them out a little bit, and that will solve this. But because there is nothing solid to kind of pin into here, it does make draping that little bit harder. So, I believe, and this is over 10 years ago now, my friends, but I believe I paid about £80 for her. And then finally, these are actually shop... Wait, she did come off. These are actually shop fitting... Get out of my way. My squad's getting in the way. So this is my cheapest mannequin, and she has served me very, very well. She was £20 off eBay. I've got Malcolm over there, who is the male mannequin size. But as I say, she's styrofoam. Her breasts are a little distorted now. They're a little dimply from where I've been pinning so much over time. But you will also notice that she does not have style lines. Now this doesn't stop us from adding our own style lines. You can use a piece of string. You want to use flat-headed pins. You don't want to use pins with the plastic balls on top to pin any style lines in, because they will become bumpy and distort your work. Or you can use, it's on my wrist, drape tape. This is Chauvin tape. Let me get that up to the camera. And the great thing about this is it has centimetre increments on it, so that is really, really useful when we're draping. But what you could do with the drape tape is you could mark your centre front down there, your bust point, which is the widest point usually over your nipple, your waist, smallest point on your torso, and your hip, widest point usually around your bum. And you can mark your own style line. So for 20 quid, if you wanted to dip your toe in draping, in having your own mannequin, 100% you can do so. She has a wooden base, both her and Malcolm aren't that sturdy, but I do still use them. Absolutely, I do still use them. She is more like a size 10 and Matilda is a size 8. Now when we come to sizes, what you want to do, they will be sized from the bust, waist and hip. What you want to do if you are shopping for a mannequin is get as close to your size as possible, yes, but if you cannot find your size, go a little bit smaller, because what you can do is you can pad out your mannequin. Now we cover this in the Draping 101 mini course, which is also included in the membership. Anything I offer is included in the membership. It is a one-stop shop. But we go through how to pad your mannequin. And it's a case of adding to the form to build out areas in order to replicate your measurements. And so for me, with a curvature of the spine, I would potentially just pad out one side on her waist, because my body and my figure actually kicks in like this because of my scoliosis. So a mannequin is a great way to get to grips with your own figure and your own measurements. I know there are, I don't know what they're called because I've never bought from them, but there are companies out there who do a 3D scan of your own body and they make you a form based off that, which is phenomenal. That's phenomenal technology. If anybody does know the name of that, because I only discovered them through the sewing community. In the fashion industry, we work to a sample size and we go from there. I wouldn't be a very good sample size because of my scoliosis. However, my measurements are pretty close to a sample size 8. So for me, I don't really have to have a mannequin for home sewing purposes. My mannequins are all for industry standard purposes. So if you are in the market shopping for a mannequin of your own or a dress form of your own, list down what you need from it, what you're planning to work from off the mannequin, what you're planning to use it for, what your budget is. If you have space, I know one of my members doesn't have space in her house for a full scale mannequin. Quarter scale mannequins are out there. But yeah, for me, this is all about the design phase. This isn't necessarily about fitting it to my body. That's not what I use my forms for. So it's just worthwhile familiarising yourself with that, knowing that there are options out there. There is an absolute spectrum of mannequins out there on the market. I probably don't even know all the latest developments. I've had my squad for years and they've served me fine. But yes, it is not needed. It is not needed. But it also is. If you really want to advance as a designer, if you want to explore new skills, techniques, draping especially, and you want to just level up that little bit on your sewing and your design work, I would advise getting a mannequin, but it does not have to break the bank. So that's a little rundown on mannequins, my friends. As I say, it's covered in a lot more depth in the Draping 101 mini course, and obviously over in the membership where you have direct access to me to ask me anything as well, and I can help you find the perfect mannequin for you. I would love to know if you do have a mannequin, what brand is it? What do you use it for? Let me know in the comments. I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely start to your week as always, my friends, and I will catch you on the flip side. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace out, love to you all, stay safe, keep creative.